Hi there, Shannon. Okay, I've got your logos up, but I wanted to look at your writing too. So let's go ahead and do that. Excuse me. Um, Second, needed another color. The transparent colors did not work with just the blue and black. A secondary purple. So okay, so everything is making good sense here. So there's enough here for me to really decipher where I need to start the critique. So let's go ahead and jump right over to the work itself. Now, I think that it's a good start. I think you've got a good or I'm sorry, good conceptual mechanics going on here. Good execution. But let's take a look at the three logos. And I think by process of elimination, I think we can eliminate this one. And the reason we got to eliminate this one is this. Imagine there's going to come a point in time when your logo is going to be need to be presented as black on white or in one color. So imagine a client has a two-color print job and your logo has to be presented in one color. So imagine if this were blue, if the S were blue, everything would be lost. It would all you would have are these two sides protruding from the center of the A and then this line right here. Everything else would fall within the boundaries of the W. I'm sorry, I meant the W. The W. So this would not transpose well to a one-color logo. I think this one can also be eliminated because honestly, this is really difficult to read, Shannon Ward. I don't think that the relationship between the typefaces is a healthy one. I think this is too frail and it stylistically doesn't hold up well with the thick, beefy typeface you've used for the initials. Also, this kind of fleur-de-lis here almost seems like an afterthought. Okay, that leaves this, and I think this is the most effective logo of the three. Now, again, we have that issue of this being presented as one color on white, on black. I'm sorry, black, one color, or black on white. So my recommendation is to try to configure this so that it would suffice in that regard. I think the obvious thing to do is just present SW as your logo. And you can even use these colors as well. You wouldn't need to reduce the opacity because you're not employing any transparencies at all, right? So you could use the purple and the blue quite effectively. Now, one thing I would say about this logo is that as we reduce, we can see that the logo at this point, the word graphic design, you can't see it anymore. We're having a little difficulty reading Shannon Ward too, but the SW is still quite visible. What does that tell you, Shannon? That tells me that the relationship of the sides could be a little, maybe just indicate a little bit further the size relationships. You want the name to be read, be able to be perfectly legible, even if the logo is tiny, tiny, right? You see what I'm saying? So I would like you to continue working, and I think that just keep in mind that eventually the logo is going to have to be presented as one color on white. And you think about all successful logos. You think about two successful logos, most successful logos right off the top of your head. Okay, Nike and Target, right? Very simple, one color, simple. Reverse logo, simple. Black on white, simple. White on black, simple. It's able to be transposed beautifully in all of those situations. So think about that when you're working on your logo. So my recommendation is to continue working on the logo, this one right here, and go ahead and work out those details, keeping my comments in mind. Now, if you want to stick with this logo, that's up to you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's actually pretty attractive with the transparencies. Just keep in mind that come time when you have to present this on one color or black on white, you're going to have to reconfigure it at that point. So my thought is that you might as well design the logo as versatile as you possibly can from the start. So again, it's your choice. If you want to work on the logo and repost it here, I'll be glad to make further recommendations. Or if you find yourself working on the logo into subsequent weeks as we move through the class, that's great. Just if you want comments on it, just post it to the general questions area, and I'll be glad to provide a full, robust critique there. Just keep in mind, if you do continue working on your logo in next week and the week after, you'll have to replace the placeholder logo you use in your resume and in your other collateral materials. Okay, makes sense? Okay, great job, great start. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to provide any clarifications necessary. All right, great job. Good start. Thank you so much for sharing, Shannon.